You ready to talk about Doja Cat?
Oh, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
You best believe I'm ready.
Go ahead and start it for us.
I wrote an article about this incident. I titled it something very snarky, as you would only expect from me. Socially unaware Doja Cat scolds Noah Schnapp for being socially unaware.
So Noah Schnapp is from Stranger Things.
Yes. He plays Will Byers, which we talked about on the show before.
Yes.
Thank you. Controversy over
money. Guns, shooting at
the
people.
money. It shoots. It
I'm
definitely
used to it
shoots.
now.
Right at
That didn't even faze me.
you're desensitized to the money gun violence. We need money gun control. That's what we need.
I like it now. Keep it coming.
No more semi-automatic money guns. We need money gun control.
I'm
Oh
just
boy,
pulling up
you're making it
Mary's
spicy.
article.
I am championing this platform. Okay, continue.
The 26-year-old rapper took to TikTok to slam the 17-year-old Stranger Things actor for posting their private messages. So let me fill y'all in on what happened. Doja Cat went ahead and DM'd Noah Schnapp on Instagram, asking him to hook her up with his adult coworker.
Asking a 17-year-old to hook him up?
Yes, just,
To
be clear. Joseph Quinn, who plays Eddie Munson on Stranger Things, is 29 years old in real life. And this is who she was trying to get with. And she wanted Noah Schnapp to be her wingman, which is kind of freaking weird.
A little weird.
So she said, tell him to hit me up. And then Noah said, LMAO, slide into his DMs. And she says she didn't know his Instagram or Twitter handle, which is very easy to find. You just look up the guy's name on Instagram, and his Instagram is right there.
So not only is she doing this to a child, she's lazy. And she doesn't know how to use Google.
I don't think she wants to admit this. I think she knew exactly what this guy's Twitter and Instagram were, and she just wanted Noah Schnapp to help a girl out and put in a good word.
Okay.
So then she got his Instagram from Noah Schnapp, and then Noah went and posted a screenshot of their conversation in a TikTok and captioned it, calling her Thirsty Doja. It blew up. It got tens of millions of views. And then he deleted it when she pitched a fit on TikTok Live, scolding
Live or
him
Instagram?
On TikTok
Okay.
Live. Yeah. She claimed that she tried to record like a 3-minute long video a few times and couldn't stop cringing at it, which should have been her first warning about just shut your mouth.
Yep.
But she went on live stream and went for about 10 minutes ranting about how, quote, socially unaware and whack his behavior was for posting their private DMs.
Props for bringing back whack. I haven't heard that term in a very long time.
She said that it was borderline snake bleep, like weasel bleep.
It weirds me out when adults talk trash about teenagers.
He's a child.
What did you expect?
She said
He's
it
a
was
kid.
degrading, exploitative, and super embarrassing.
I have a problem with a lot of what it is these days is people just use words and don't actually pay attention to what the hell those words mean.
Degrading and exploitative.
I would love to know what was...
That's crazy.
Just by reading this, and what he said, Thirsty Doja, it sounds like he was kind of trying to be playful, if anything, about it being a funny situation.
Of course, yeah. It's not like he was trying to just expose her and
she probably was
her.
Embarrassed, but I mean, what did you expect when you tried to get a teenager to be your wingman?
Exactly.
Do people ever, Taylor, did people ever hit you up and say, hey, can you put in a good word with me with your friend? Is that a thing?
No, I get a lot of parents message me and they want me to meet their son because it's because I'm Jewish. They want their Jewish son to have a wife, and I'm like, I'm have a boyfriend, but I know some Jewish girls you want me to
put you in. Okay, so it is a thing.
Matchmaking is not
but it's
that
a lot
weird,
different
but
when
it's weird
when
when you're asking a teenager to
when
help
you're
you.
in the entertainment industry, you're asking a teenager to hook you up with his 29-year-old coworker.
And I mean, it sounds like they all know each other. I don't know. I don't want to judge. They don't.
She doesn't know him.
Well, then why doesn't she just reach out to this Joseph Quinn guy?
She had already tweeted saying Joseph Quinn is fine as bleep.
So
publicly in May.
Did he not tweet back?
He didn't tweet back because he's not interested.
She's feeling rejected.
He's not that into you, babe.
He's just not in it. He's just not that into you.
So then she, like, on this live stream, she's kind of like schizophrenically oscillating between excusing the TikTok and then like lambasting him for it. So she was saying, to be fair, this is like a kid. When you're that young, you make mistakes. You do dumb bleep. You're supposed to do stuff like that so that you know not to do it in the future.
She's making out to be
But then
like
she
he
goes
made
back on
a
it.
major mistake, though. He
Yeah.
just shared something that she reached out to him,
Yeah.
which, I mean, if she expected it to be private, whatever, but he is a kid. I don't think you can hold kids accountable the same way. And if she's really that embarrassed and upset about it, she should reach out to him and let him know that. Mm-hmm. But she made like a video talking about it.
She could have just DM'd him and been like,
Yeah.
"Hey, could you take that
Thank
TikTok
you. And he
down?
did
Like,
take
I'm
it
a little
down.
embarrassed." Yeah, he took it down after he was like publicly called out for it.
Thank you.
And then
So is
she
he like
says that
receiving
he's
hate
trying to
because
do
of
a
that?
power play on her.
See, okay, this is the other
Like,
thing.
this is insane language to use about the situation.
That was the first thing that stuck out to me about this whole thing was the hyperbole around her language, and I find this to be true in all of Hollywood. It's like they all took one like amateur writing course, and they learned all the big descriptives, and then they use them for everything. They have no idea of context or of weight. It's like, this is just a kid interacting poorly. It doesn't need to be elevated to the level of poetry in your description of how he wronged you.
Well, that she is like the spotless victim of the situation. It's ridiculous. And Twitter just jumped all over this situation.
I feel like the whole thing, it shouldn't even be that big of a deal.
It shouldn't.
Well, yeah,
right?
I mean, it was only ever a big deal to her because she went and embarrassed herself and then made the whole situation worse.
So what does she do then? Does she, like, now it would be hilarious if they end up together. Her and that guy end up together.
I doubt it, because now he's like, "Oh, you're crazy."
So,
Like, I ended the article saying, "Good luck convincing Joseph Quinn to hit you up now, Doja. You made yourself look bonkers." And you did. Like, because she...
not her first time.
No. Like, she goes nuts on Twitter. She's known for, like, just not using social media wisely.
We covered the thing where she, like, quit music
Yeah.
randomly one weekend.
She likes to change her screen name on Twitter to different things.
Snarky.
But it doesn't seem
like,
to
yeah.
negatively impact her career. If anything,
think it's different
she's
for
probably
her
getting more
because-
attention because of it.
Yeah, she, like,
That's a
blew up
problem.
saying, like, bleep, I'm a cow. Like, her video, like, dressed up like a cow with, like exposing her chest.
This is the kind of
literally
trolling I'm
saying,
here
like,
for.
I'm a cow. If that's how you blew up onto the in the music industry, I don't think that you really have to save face on Twitter, sure. But, like, for your own personal dignity, I think it would be better to not make your screen name on Twitter, I'm made of diarrhea.
So here's some of the...
Or
Then-
she changed
then
it to,
saying
I'm
that
better than you.
Everyone else is so
I'm-
degrading towards
I'm
me.
better than you. I'm Anna Kasparian. She says, is Doja Cat really mad that Noah Schnapp revealed that she's interested in Joseph Quinn, which she has publicly stated before, by the way? Or is she just mad that we found out her grown ass is DMing a 17-year-old?
They said, I think it's funny that somebody who is chronically online is shocked that a 17-year-old wouldn't air you out for being thirsty. Good point. Yeah.
Genuinely confused why Doja Cat is responding with this energy. She had already made her interest in Joseph Quinn public. It's not like Noah relieved anything she wasn't she wasn't essentially already did they mean
They meant revealed.
yeah, revealed. I was like, what? Revealed anything she hadn't essentially already publicized herself. Why are we throwing around words like power play and snake shit? And those are like
Yeah.
the tamest of the language there.
Yeah.
A lot of it was so much more hyperbolic than that.
And I think some people overreacted to the fact that she was DMing Noah Schnapp. I don't think she meant anything predatory
No,
by
of
it
course
at
not.
all.
I don't think that's like the biggest
but
deal. But
it is weird, yes. I just don't think that either of them were trying to power play.
yeah,
each other
I
at
think
all.
if anything, it sounds like he was trying to playfully
Yeah.
joke about it.
Yeah, it would be something that, like,
And
she would
he
have
was probably
expected.
well aware that she had already shared online
Yeah,
her interest
yeah.
in Joseph Quinn.
Y'all are so cringe and lame, and nobody wants to hang with you. That's why y'all be on here unironically writing replies to shit that makes you mad. They say stuff that annoys people, and then they get mad and weird when people actually respond to them.
So that was her tweet on the day that everyone was like piling onto her, and then she followed that up with a voice note where she was literally like breathing heavily and growling into the phone. And said, I'm about to go off. I'm about to go crazy.
Crazy.
It's like worrying behavior because even if you're making it seem like you're like in on the joke, you're definitely not in on the joke.
What if she is like trolling just to get attention?
She thinks she's trolling. I think she genuinely thinks that she is like in on the joke, but
I think
she's
she
still
genuinely
mad.
likes this guy though too.
Schrodinger's Doja Cat. She
no. Brett, you are killing me slowly.
Okay. Was she trolling? You have to open the box to find out. I say we get them on a date together. We should make a show where they end up on a date together, and she has to try to explain herself to this poor Joseph
I can't imagine being this guy where his name is just like in the middle of
He's like, I don't want anything to do with this stuff.
This cauldron of drama.
He's not made any comment. He's just living his life.
He's not
trying
even
to
active
avoid
on
it.
social media that much
good.
anyway.
Smart dude.
Yeah.
Smart dude.
You know, actually, you know what the case I was talking to you about earlier?
Mm-hmm.
The character he plays is based off of one of them.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the name of the guy?
So a lot of people don't know that they actually do know a little bit about this case, and I was shocked to find how many people in the house were unaware of it, but it's the Damien Eccles case that they're trying to... It's like a whole box we'd have to go into and reopen, but I'm almost positive that that's the character that's supposedly like inspired by him.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched the 5th season, so I don't know much about Eddie Munson as a character.
I just found it doing research about the recent updates
maybe
in
he's like
his case that was also a Stranger Things inspiration for a character.
Interesting.
That's one we'll have to dive into at some point another day. But
yeah,
I saw that though, and I thought that's that guy who plays the guy that's based off the other guy.
Yeah,
For everyone who's confused about what I'm talking about right now, I'm sorry. But Damien Eccles.
Can you shout out like the name of the case then?
Oh, this was in Arkansas in the 90s. There were 3 young boys, like 8-year-old boys, who were tragically, brutally murdered, and unfortunately, some teenage boys in the area ended up being wrongfully convicted of the murders, and they spent decades, I think like 20 years on death row in prison, and they finally got released. And just recently, one of them tried to get a judge to approve testing some DNA evidence that hasn't been tested because there was no way to test it back then, and it's still just been sitting in a file, I guess. But they said they don't want to test it, so he's working to get that tested to hopefully solve this case once and for all and clear their names. But
yeah, the
Stranger Things has a
documentary
character based
about
off
this
him.
case is called Paradise Lost, if any of you are interested. But I didn't know that Eddie Munson was possibly based off of one of them. That's
I haven't seen the show either, but Miracle and I were talking about it, and she mentioned like that she did know about that.
Okay.
It's not exact, like based on his story. It's more of an inspired by situation. But go watch Paradise Lost and learn about that, because there could be more updates in it in the soon future, hopefully. Yeah. We'll see.
Super chats.
Let's see.
Sorry to take that in a different direction.
No, that's good.
That's an interesting coincidence.
No, it's okay. Shoot. Oh, I don't want to say that. Is that like against YouTube rules? It's not the word shoot, but it sounds like shoot.
I'll
skip
read the chat.
Lord of the Memes on Rumble. Look it up live. 3 parts. Epic Lord of the Rings reference.
I feel so bad for all of the lifelong Lord of the Rings fans with Rings of Power coming out.
What's coming up
because
on
I
Amazon?
As somebody who doesn't really care, read the books once.
I think it's just despicable that the people in charge of Tolkien's estate would allow something that like that to be under his name.
There's not a fan. Not a fan.
Caper2X said, I'm disappointed, Brett. Make mine Marvel. It's a motto created by the man himself, Stan Lee. For shame, I say. Howdy,
Thank
Taylor.
you. So Caper2X says, howdy, Taylor.
Howdy.
Yes, I was more of a DC guy, and even then, like, I've never pretended to be the biggest comic book nerd. I read them when I was younger. I know enough about the main characters and some of the side characters, and I follow the industry closer now. But it's kind of like pro wrestling. It's kind of been degraded so far down by modernity that I just don't care the way that I used to. So I did not catch the reference. So I apologize about that, Caper.
Also, I'm curious. Is the new Lord of the Rings thing just like a total disrespect to the original series?
Yes.
Is
Well,
that
it
what's
hasn't
happening?
come out yet, so like, won't
It's-
pass judgment on
True.
everything. But like,
that's
it
happening with a
looks
lot of
super,
different franchises.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's not even related to the
Actual
Shire
works,
or
yeah.
like the original characters.
More just trying to bank off people's nostalgia, but not even
Yeah, but-
respecting the
IP.
Yeah,
original.
exactly.
It's banking off the fact that the name carries weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know there was going to be that coming out. Interesting.
Dragon's Talon 1001 said, wouldn't that be like a grandma hitting up their grandson to hook them up with their friend's dad? I mean, not exactly, you know.
Not exactly a one-to-one comparison, but
No. No, it would not.
It's exactly the same thing.
Hobbit said, stories like this is why I don't pay attention to celebs and their drama. It's just gross to see how messed up the culture is. Like it's in a crisis almost.
Hey.
Whoa, it's like a pop culture crisis.
you could call it
couldn't
that,
have said it
yes.
better.
Kind of like the name of the podcast.
That
Whoa.
is crazy.
We're losing our minds. 1,000-Foot Defense said, sounds like she singled Noah out because he was young and she thought he would be impressionable enough to actually hook her up with his co-star.
So that's like hooking up groomers, yeah.
I mean, all of his co-stars that are like around his age are 18, so I don't know if you like suddenly are immune to that at
Yeah.
18, but it was ridiculous to accuse him of like trying to do some weird power play on her.
Wait, what exactly did she say to him anyway? Just like
Directly like in the messages?
yeah.
It was like, tell Joseph Quinn to hit me up, and then
Okay, so it wasn't anything.
it was like a very
crazy.
brief exchange, and it wasn't.
It was like put in a good word for me.
yeah, it wasn't
happened.
revealing any like private information.
Okay.
At all.
It wasn't anything like inappropriate.
No.
Okay.
No.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.